Hey guys, I'm not sure what to call this video, except for this is just some extra footage from one of the schlogs. So I guess I'll call it the Schlog extra. I don't know. It's the first one. Sometimes I end up with some extra footage that I just don't put in the main Schlog because, I don't know, it just doesn't fit, or it's towards the end of the week and I've already filled up the Schlog because I try to keep those around a half an hour. Anyway, this is some stuff that I filmed last week and I thought you guys might enjoy. You guys commented below the other Schlog video that you wanted to see it, so here we go. No big intro. Check it out. All right, guys. Working on a DRZ 400. Got the kid here doing work. He's doing work because he's out of school now and he owes me dearly for all the motorcycles and gas that I've provided over the years. So DRZ, suppose it's smoking. We got to sort that out. But more importantly right now is it's leaked a ton of oil onto my floor. You can see, no, you can't see. There's a little spot right there. But it's leaked a ton of it onto the floor out of this. And it had this glued to it. I don't know why you would do that. Because all it does is make it weird. And it's got something in here. We're going to see if we can't get in here. Oh, what's that? So that doesn't want to come out. That's not good because you can't get anything in here to... Stay tuned, everybody. This is going to get interesting. Someone... It was like an attempt to fix a busted... All right, people, I got to show you this. So whatever that was they jammed in there with a bunch of goop, it was an attempt to fix the broken out piece. This is ridiculous, dude. I'm beginning to think I don't want to work on this motorcycle. When you start to find things like this super jerry-rigged up and really gnarly, it starts to become a situation because you got to wonder who was working on it before. If it was the owner, that's really terrifying. If it was someone else, man, I don't know. Because obviously we need a new one of these. That's broken out. I don't know how that happened. Like, they must have slammed it. I don't even know. So it's leaking there. That's definitely where the oil's coming from. We've got a melted throttle position sensor, or whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. Something. Air boot's not on. So, yeah. And I'm sure it is smoking. So, it definitely needs a top end. Yeah, we're going to make some phone calls and stay tuned because this may or may not get fixed. Like I said, I get nervous about working on things like this because it's like one thing after another, and you think you've got it all, estimated, and then you find 6 more things that someone screwed up, and you can't let the thing go out like that because it's unsafe, and it's gonna put my name on it, and all those things. So, yeah, I'm gonna see how much money they're willing to spend, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, talk to the customer. We are going to do a full top-end rebuild on this thing. If you look here, you can see, I think I mentioned this before, but the boot is not on. They just bought this bike. It only has like 4 rides on it. It started smoking and leaking oil. Anyway, so we're going to get it all fixed up for them. I'm excited because the DRZs are actually really good bikes. I like them a lot for just a dual sport, just simple, relatively inexpensive motorcycle. So they are good. They just this one needs some love. So stay tuned. We'll be doing that here soon. Hopefully get the parts in here and we'll get after it. So I guess we'll get on to the next job. All right, guys. So next on the lift is this XCW. We are installing a JX8 with some Mousse balls and rear sprocket, brake pads, maybe a rotor. I'm not 100% sure. There's a box of goodies over here that Wes brought us, so we're going to put that stuff on. But I want to show you something. I just shot a video. I'm really excited about this. Guys, we got our SG22s in finally. Took a long time, long story, but we got them. I'm happy. I'm really excited to put them on. It's going to be rad. So make sure you subscribe. Check out that video. I love Garnet boots, and I think these ones are going to be really, really good. So yeah, let's get this wheel off, and we'll go through the whole Mousse ball thing, because I don't know if everybody's seen it. We keep selling the heck out of them, so we're actually out again. We're 8 sets this week we've sold, so I got to get some more coming. Yeah, thanks guys. Let's get after it. All right, guys, we got the Mousse balls all loaded up in there. On these JX8s, we like to run them a little soft because they're a sticky tire. So, and they're a big, high volume tire. So we put all but one in. I could get that other one in here if I wanted to, but I don't like doing that on this tire. I could probably actually take one more out, but I think Wes is going to like it better with an extra ball in there. Or I guess they're more like wedges, but I guess we'll call them balls. I think he's going to like the way it feels better like that. So yeah, let's mount this thing up and get it on the bike and get a chain on this thing. All right, there we go, guys. New JX8 Mousse balls, new chain sprockets, JT sprockets, and a Tusk rear chain. Tusk rear chains actually seem pretty good. I've never used one. I always use kind of high-end ones, honestly, because I don't have to pay full retail for them, so I use the nice stuff. But these things actually seem pretty good. They seem like they last a long time. They may be a little wider, maybe not quite as smooth rolling, but they seem to hold up. So bike looks good, ready to rock and roll, and I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, nothing makes a bike look quite as good as a fresh tire. I just wish we'd been able to put a front on, because that makes them look really good. But he doesn't need one. The front's just fine. It's an X31, and it's still in really good shape. Yeah, you guys, we are selling the heck out of Mousse balls these days. If you want to buy some from us, give me a ring, 970-240-2197. We can ship them right to you. Seems like we are some of the only people getting them. So yeah, pretty happy about that. Get on to the next job. All right, guys, next on the lift is this WR450. And it's got a brake light switch here. And I believe it's leaking because it's not quite tight enough. Like, you can't turn it with your hands, but it's definitely leaking. I don't think it's coming out of the switch. I checked that. I have seen them break here and come out of the switch, but that doesn't look like that's what's happening. I think it's just not quite tight enough because they're crazy hard to tighten because of the way the master cylinder is. Now, I have a thin-walled 14 that I made into a thin wall. No, this isn't it. Hang on. Whoops, not that one. There it is. I have a thin wall 14. You can see I ground it down. It's a Matco. But I can't get it over the wires, and the wires are not, they're not plugged, they're soldered together, and I don't really want to cut the wires, and I probably need a crow's foot style anyway, so we're going to make one. We are putting the K back into custom. Let me show you how we're going to do it. All right, now I know someone's going to yell at me for doing this to a nice tool. I don't care. That's why I buy nice tools. I can cut them out, do whatever I want, right? So also, the steel on a nice tool is much nicer, so if I do this to a tool, it's probably not going to spread open and all that stuff like if I did it to a cheap Harbor Freight. There are other things I'd rather modify a Harbor Freight tool for, but on this, honestly, doing it to a nicer one is better. Now, I could buy the right thing, but I don't want to wait, so we're going to do it. Get our safety squints on. Boom, there we are, homemade. Now let's go see if it works. All right, guys, so you can see here, there we go. I see I really got that left side down and left the other side still thin but bigger because this way this is going to go on. There we go. Now, let's see. I think we might have got it. All right, so now let me bleed that thing. I saw it tighten just a little bit. Let me bleed it, and then we'll see if it still leaks out of there. All right, there we go. That's the extra footage. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Comment below if you want me to put these together after the schlogs. A little less editing, a little less polished, although none of my videos are really that polished, which I think is what you guys like most about them. But just a quick edit, shove it all together. Maybe you guys can learn something, enjoy it. It's entertaining. I don't know. Let me know what you think, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one.